What's going on, YouTube? This is Rob A again, and we're going to check out something real cool today. I am super excited about this, and it seemed to me like I was getting super impatient. It was taking forever for this thing to get to me, and I had it on pre-order at Toys R Us, but for some reason, I don't think Toys R Us understands what pre-order means. Because they're showing up all over in stores, and I guess they're all sold out online. And Toys R Us just sent me a message saying, "Oh, we don't know when they'll be here to send your pre-orders out." And I'm thinking to myself, well, what's the point of pre-ordering then? But anyway, that's just me being angry and complaining. I finally found this guy in a store, so I just picked him up, and yeah, I just really wanted to get him in hand and be able to show him to everybody, and yeah, I'm really excited about this guy. So anyway, this is MP-10 Masterpiece Optimus Prime. This retails at Toys R Us. I believe they've jacked the price up to $120. Originally it was $99, and I imagine once the Christmas rush is over, it'll probably go back down. TRU has a habit of jacking things up just before the holidays so they can pretty much break even despite coupons and all that other sort of thing. But that's beside the point. So this is MP-10. This is not the original Masterpiece Prime. This ain't your granddaddy's Masterpiece Optimus, unless you have the coolest granddaddy ever. And yeah, this is the packaging. It's really, really wide. It barely fits on my I've got a 36-inch table, and there's maybe 8 inches of spare space on this thing. It is dwarfing my my haunted house, as you see in the background there. And yeah, we've got Optimus here, Spike roller, an energon axe, his gun which has fallen down, and his trailer. And trailer converts to battle station. Toys R Us exclusive sticker right over here. Alright, so it's got a few little details showing off some of the features of the set here. Trailer converts to battle station, Autobot roller included, matrix of leadership fits in chest, snap-on energon axe, Spike wiki mini figure included, ion cannon storage, and of course a bio. Masterpiece Optimus Prime. For millions of years, noble Optimus Prime has led the Autobots in their war against the tyranny of Megatron and its evil Decepticons. His unwavering courage in the face of centuries of desperate battle is an inspiration to his comrades. He is an unstoppable warrior and a flawless leader, pushing ahead through the darkest times in the history of Cybertron and remaining unbowed, unbroken, and always committed to victory. I don't know about flawless leader. I don't know about that. I don't see any tech specs here, so I am incorrect. They're here. And 10, 10, 8, 10, 10, 10, 8, 10. Okay. Yeah. So it's Optimus with the usual super buffed out stats. And yeah, that's the package. And I'm going to get this guy open, and then we're going to take a look at him out of the box. Alright guys, so here is MP-10 Masterpiece Prime in his vehicle mode, and it is a thing of beauty. Yeah, I don't even know where to begin. So I guess let's start off with the complete package here. Prime, he's quite large, as you can see. He's got rubber tires. He rolls pretty well. Actually, he rolls better with the trailer on, I've noticed, than he does with it off. But we'll get into that in a moment. The design on the side of the trailer is painted on. It's not a sticker. It's not even a tampo. It's painted on there. It's got an Autobot logo on the side here. Let's pull him forward here. Let's detach this thing. We'll have to do it in separate. All right. So the truck itself, as you can see, chrome bumper, grill, headlights, smokestacks. I don't know if these are fuel tanks or something on the side here. I'm really not sure. I'm not that amazing, but also chrome chrome hubs here. I think that's all the chrome, but he's got nice metallic paint pretty much all over the place. Nice striping on the side here. He's got these little fold in and out mirrors. That's a really cool touch. Just a really nice looking truck. I do have a small gripe here, at least on mine, and I can't speak for everyone because I've only held one, and it's this one. Well, I guess now he's rolling fine, but before not all 6 wheels were touching the ground. I don't know if it was something that I did incorrectly or if it was a problem with the toy itself. But also, I've noticed, at least on mine, I have a very hard time getting his legs to stay pegged together. They don't want to stay together. This tank over here doesn't want to plug in properly, so I don't know if I have things misaligned. I can't tell that anything's misaligned. But yeah. Also, I think this may actually be even part of it. These he has these panels here on the bottom, and they are just a bit too big to sit flush with one another and have this stay shut. And of course, now that I say that, they're staying flush and it's staying shut. Fantastic. Alright, well, there it goes. Yeah, but I mean, other than that, as long as I have the trailer attached, it'll clip those together just fine, and it's not a problem. It doesn't like pop all over the place. It just kind of gets a little out of whack. So let's take a look and see who's driving Optimus Prime. Let me adjust this. Here we go. So if we open it up, it's a ittle Spike Wiki. Hi, Spike Wiki. All right, so you get this teeny little faceless thing, and it's Spike. I mean, it looks like Spike. He's got the weird yellow galoshes, and he can do the robot incredibly well, and that's not a pun. Yeah, so he can run, I guess, away from things, and he cannot look because he has no neck articulation and no eyes. So, you know, but I mean, it's cute, and it's nice that they added that in to get, you know. I am a big fan of toys that give you a sense of scale with one another, and I know Transformers is the absolute wrong group of toys, the wrong collection to be in for that sort of thing, but I really love the Human Alliance series for that reason. And that's one of the main reasons I love the Creos so much, because you get a car and it's a minifigure scaled car some of the time, and when you transform it, it's a minifigure scaled robot that can tromp around your your Lego town. But anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent here. So that's Optimus the vehicle, and that's Spite Wiki, the little 1/8 ounce of plastic. And here we have the trailer. I'm gonna reserve opening this guy. Oh no, let's just open it up. So you can see awesome design. It's got nice bumper back here. It's got translucent red taillights and rubber wheels as well. It's got the supports on the side here, and these doors do open to reveal darkness inside. Oh man. But you can also pull out this ramp and lower that. And if I scoot this a little bit to the side here, we can just reach in, and out pops Roller. Oh, hi Roller. Hi Roller. Yeah, that's really cool. I'm so glad they included a little Roller in here. I remember when I was a kid, I had Optimus, and I think Roller was one of my favorite parts. I could just like roll him around. He's got some features as well, and they are very, very tight. And I can't get this open. So give me a second, and I'm gonna try and fight with this, and maybe see if I can't get this thing pried open. Okay guys, it turns out I just wasn't using excessive enough force. So really, it just opens. There's no trick to it. It doesn't lock. It's just very, very tight. So you just pop that open, and this little piece here, you can see there's a hole there for Optimus's gun, which we'll show off later. But for now, this also turns around, and you can just flip that back and pop that up, and now Roller can plug into the trailer itself and bring Optimus's trailer wherever it needs to go. So in the meantime, you really can't see that well. I'm going to try and shine a light in there, but it does have pieces inside. There we go. That make it look like there's an actual back to the trailer. So at first glance, it doesn't really look like there's anything in there. But once we open this guy up, you can see that there is in fact this sweet little pod here. It's got the little radar dish that is super duper floppy. And it can raise and go down. And this thing can turn around. It's got a little claw arm. That's pretty cool. I don't know what it is, but my Optimus seems to be just loose as anything. I don't know what I did. So it looks like we can stick Spike in here. Whee! Isn't that fun for him? Let's see what else. I do believe there are. Bring this around. This thing is so big. You can see here there's little flaps that you can hopefully not break as you push in. Anyway, these flaps are supposed to make it so that you can put the put this guy through the top of the trailer, and I want to show you, but I don't want to force these pieces down because I certainly don't want to break anything. So you're gonna just have to take my word on it, and we'll show this guy off a little bit later again. But for now, I think it's high time we transform Optimus to robot mode. Don't you agree? I thought so. So, without further ado, let me get this guy going to robot mode. Okay guys, now transforming this guy is not actually as complicated as you might think. It's certainly a lot easier than the first Masterpiece Prime. So, let's start out by just flipping down the side mirrors. And then we're going to start on the legs here. So we'll take these flaps and just push them over the wheels. And we'll take these fuel canister tank things and just put them down to the side like that. And then we just pull the legs down. There we go. There we go. Legs. Alright. This piece inside here, it's just going to come up and form the shins. And then the feet just come out like so. Okay. Now we have legs. Next thing we want to do is unplug the bumper sides here from the main piece of the bumper itself. And that is not going to be easy for us for whatever reason. It may help to start with the headlights. Pull out the headlights, and the bumper will follow. So you take the front chunks of the cab here and just turn them down like so, and that'll let you kind of get the arms out. And just pull this whole piece along here. Actually, what you want to do first is take the smokestacks and pull them up, and that'll release this bottom part so that you can freely move the arms up and out of the way. Just get those out of the way here. Okay. Once those are out of the way, just take the wheel wells and turn them around. Turn them around. Fold in the chrome bits. Okay. Now up front, we're going to take Prime's head and let him see the light of day. And then we take the grill and fold it into the chest. Not dissimilar to the original MP Prime. Now we just take these two halves, and getting his arms out of the way, we just fold those right up. Fold those up. The chrome bits will just rest on his back like so. Now there's a little strut here that we just accordion back and then back up. The grill clips in here, and then we just turn this back around here. Let's see. Fold up the chest, adjust the antenna, bring his arms around here. Let's get these guys all settled. Pull it down, push it back, open it up, bring out the fist, open it up, bring out the fist, make sure it's pulled down, make sure this piece is pushed up. You could even leave that out if you wanted it to look a little more similar to the Generation 1 Prime, but I think it looks a lot nicer that way. And yeah, let me pull this back a little bit here. There we have MP-10 Masterpiece Prime in robot mode. Yeah, definitely really cool. Let's check out some of the articulation here. Pretty much all of it. He has all the articulation. Actually, that is not true. You'll see he is limited in some ways, which I'll show off in a bit. Head articulation. Actually, let's get a gander at this guy's head really quickly. You can see on the Hasbro version, he has these lovely painted blue eyes, which really just make the figure come to life. You can see them, you know, despite the shadow that's on his face. And yeah, other than that, he's got full rotating head, and it swivels up and down. So you got some definitely nice head movement there. Onto the arms, where he is probably the most limited. He can raise his arms about that high. He does have 360-degree turn here. He's got a bicep swivel. Now the only thing is his elbow can bend that far. It's got a 90-degree bend, but that's it. Like not even a single, you know, degree higher than that, and it can go straight in that, and that's it. That's all of it. His hands do swivel. His fingers move. They're all his pointer finger is jointed in two places, so he can point. He can say, "Ah, I see," or "Hey, you, get back to school." Meh. Yeah, so he's got some really nice articulation. I don't want to say decent, because it is really nice. It's just that one thing. But he does have a waist swivel, which is always nice. Let's see. Legs are on a ratcheting joint, and swivel in and out, about that far. He has yeah, ratcheting knees. He can swivel a little bit up at the waist as well as at the knee, and his feet are on, they're not on a ball joint, but they're on kind of a universal joint here, so they can hit some decent poses, but not anything too crazy. They can get that far in though, and his feet do kind of collapse in a bit to give you some other poses. Alright, so let's check out some of the features and weapons that Prime has to offer. First, and of course, you know, most obvious I think at this point for Masterpiece Prime will be the Matrix of Leadership, and we just lift open all these little various panels he's got going on here. There we go. And to release the Matrix, we just push in one side and dig in again with our non-existent nails at the other side. Alright, so the first thing you'll notice about this Matrix, well, you actually wouldn't notice, but I'll tell you, is that it is made of metal. This is, I believe, die-cast, and it is painted, and it is very nice. I was unaware that this was die-cast, until just this moment. And that's really, really cool. I'm excited about that. And it's shiny. Wow. So, that is one, the Matrix of Leadership. Let's see what else this guy has going on. You can hold that for me, right, Prime? Alright. In his back, he's got this little door that opens up, and you pull out this little black blobby thing. And when you press the button on the back of this little black blobby thing, oh my goodness, he has a gun. And it's not a stupid mech tech gun, it's just a gun. It turns into a thing that fits in his back for storage, and then it turns into a gun that stays a gun until you turn it back into a thing to store. So that is pretty darn cool. We're going to put you right back here for a moment, Prime. And actually, I'm going to put your Matrix back because we have to show off some other things. So you can hold on to that for now. Very nice. Thank you, Optimus. That's awfully sweet of you. Alright, so, getting back to this guy right here. We can, actually, we'll move him aside. You'll look at some of the features going on here as well. Because now, come on out, roller. Now this becomes a base/repair bay. So it can repair all of Prime's injuries and all that fun stuff. Sorry about the camera craziness. But as you can see up here, Prime also comes with an energon axe. And the base for that, which is currently stuck inside the trailer. And that's awesome. There we go. So he's got this little thingamajiggy here that just goes right over Prime's fist. Like so. So he can either just have a power fist and punch the bejeekers out of somebody, or you can plug this guy right in here and he's got a ridiculously oversized energon axe. It's really big. Really big. And then you can stand in his base and say, "Who wants some?" And other phrases. Yeah. So there's Prime with all his accessories. Let's take a quick peek at some, or I guess maybe just one size, a couple size comparisons. Alright, we're gonna stand this guy up. We'll leave his axe on for now, and his gun, and he can hang out here. We're gonna move this out of the way. Stand here with Prime. So first up, we're going to compare this Prime with the original MP-10 Masterpiece Optimus Prime. As you can see, MP-10 is a whole lot taller, very, very much bulkier, but also a lot more lifeless. The best way I can describe it is Optimus Prime looks like a truck, or MP-1 looks like a truck that turns into a robot, whereas MP-10 looks like a robot that turns into a truck. Now, I don't know if that makes sense to everybody out there, but that's just the way that that's the only way I can really interpret it. This guy seems a lot more dynamic. I mean, he's smaller, but he's more manageable. Whereas this guy, you know, you're wrestling him to get him transformed back and forth and whatever. But they're really good toys, and they're both really good representations of Optimus Prime. But this guy, I think, looks so much more like he just stepped out of an anime, whereas this guy looks more like a toy of a character. And I think that's really the main difference for me, aside from the height. So that's MP-01. Let's take a quick look at another Masterpiece figure. And he is with Grimlock. As you can see, Prime is a bit taller, about an inch or so taller than Grimlock here. However, Grimlock is a lot wider. Just has a lot more mass. Like if I put Grimlock in front, you can't even tell that Optimus is back there. But definitely a lot more mass to him. But I think it's a very good match. I wish Grimlock was a little bit taller. Maybe, you know, just maybe a head taller than he is. But I think it works. And yeah, they just look really good together. I'm really feeling very positive about the way that these Masterpiece toys are kind of progressing towards a more unified scale and things like that. So give me 1 second, I'll be back with my final thoughts. Okay guys, so here's my final thoughts on MP-10 Masterpiece Optimus Prime. I think this figure is every bit worth the $100 or $120 that you will pay for him. I know there is the Japanese version, and as far as I know, the only differences are that the Japanese version has a darker blue and I guess a slightly darker red, but also the lights on the Japanese version are not painted, nor are the eyes, which is, from what I can tell, the biggest difference, or the biggest game-changing difference, I should say, because these eyes really just add so much life to the figure. And other than that, they're exactly the same accessories. I know that the Japanese version also has the silver paint on the inside of the trailer, but to be honest with you, it doesn't matter at all to me. The outside is silver, and it's the same silver, and that's all that really matters. Once you open it up, it's just all these little techie details that could really use a black wash more than silver paint. So I don't really see that as any kind of big deal. And also, the Japanese roller is silver rather than blue, and personally I would rather have the blue roller because that's the color of my roller from when I was a kid. So that's my opinion on it. I would say if you're thinking about, you know, if you're on the fence about this guy, just do it. I mean, he's not going to get any cheaper down the line. He's only going to get harder to find and harder to pay for, and that's really reason enough to just take the plunge. I mean, the Japanese version of this retails for like $250, and when you consider all that you get, I would say that, I mean, considering the MP Rodimus had similar accessories but was not on this scale, and he was $200, and had so many quality flaws and, you know, just so many issues, that $250 I don't think is an unfair price to pay for this figure. And considering that I from what I've seen, would consider this to be the superior version, I would say $100, even $120 is an absolute bargain for this. So I can't recommend this highly enough. I'm super excited to have this on display with my other Masterpiece toys, the newer ones that are the different scale. I can't wait to see them next to Sideswipe and have them on a shelf next to Grimlock and Starscream and all those. And I really think that this guy is a great buy. He's an iconic character. Even people that are not Transformers fans know who Optimus Prime is. So really think about it. If you find him at your local Toys R Us, I would pick him up. If you have the money and you can swing it, definitely go for this guy. He's very cool. He's a beautiful display piece, and you can play with him too. And that's a rarity with Transformers and toys in general. Is that either they're great display pieces and you just can't really do anything with them, or they're great toys but they look like toys. This guy, I believe, fits into every category, and I really can't recommend him highly enough. And I'm just so pleased to finally have him in hand. So I hope you found this review helpful. If you do, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. And if you have some criticism or questions or whatever, just comment. And thank you guys so much for watching, as always. I can't wait to be back next time with some more stuff to show you. And I'll see you then. Bye for now.